Hey guys, I'm Chef Brik. Instagrammer @style.tutorials requested a video on cooking steak. So here's my favorite cut, the ribeye. Come here, let me show you why. As you see here, it's got great marbling and great fat content, which gives it the most flavor, versus the filet, which is the most tender, but the least flavorful. This right here is about 1.5 inches thickness. To prevent overcooking the outside of your steak, take it out of the refrigerator 20 to 30 minutes before cooking. This will help keep it nice and tender. So here I have a heavy bottom saute pan, and I'm gonna turn the heat on to medium. I'm gonna put a couple of tablespoons of olive oil in here. You don't wanna put too much because the fat from the steak will render out. Now we're gonna season it. We got some fresh ground pepper and some salt. When putting salt on your steak, make sure you do it from high above. You'll let it rain all over your steak so that way it evenly distributes the salt over the steak. And you wanna make sure you do both sides. So we're gonna take our steak and place it right into the saute pan. For a perfect medium rare steak, this thickness, you wanna cook it about 3 to 3.5 minutes on each side. If you want it more well done, turn the heat down a little bit and then you can cook it a little bit longer, evenly on both sides. When cooking your steak, don't move it around and definitely do not poke it with a fork. All that hard work that you're putting into the steak will just run out and it's gonna become dry and not very tasty. Look at this beautiful color, sear, and texture of this. This is exactly what's gonna make it nice and moist because this seals in all the flavors of the steak. Now we have 30 seconds left to cook for this steak. Now I'm gonna infuse some flavors in there. I'm gonna add a few sprigs of rosemary, some sprigs of thyme, a couple of cloves of garlic, and 2 tablespoons of butter. Right here is a technique called basting. What I'm doing is I'm infusing all the delicious flavors back into the steak. Now I'm gonna take the steak and put it on a plate, and I'm gonna take all the juices and put it right over. And now we're gonna let it rest for about 5 minutes. Cooking the steak forces the juices to the middle. So when you let it rest, it actually gives it enough time to migrate throughout the whole steak so that when you're cutting it, the juices are not gonna spill all over the place. And now it's time to cut the steak. You always wanna cut against the grain. You never wanna cut with the grain because the steak will be very tough and chewy. So here we go. It is juicy, it is flavorful. I can smell that rosemary and thyme that we infused in there. Can you see that? That is the perfect medium rare. That's exactly what you're looking for. Well, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching the tutorial on how to cook a perfect steak. If you have any requests of your own, comment on my Instagram @Chef Brik or comment down below and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching and bon appetit.